Hey, Math 7! We're going to be solving multi-step equations today. The first step in a multi-step equation we're going to write down the steps. There aren't too many, but the first step is to simplify. And that means you're going to distribute if there are parentheses. And after you distribute, you always see if you can combine any like terms. Combine like terms. So that would be the first step in solving multi-step equations. And then your second step is reverse PEMDAS, which you learned in the last lesson when we were doing two-step equations. PEMDAS. And just to review reverse PEMDAS, you're going to be adding or subtracting, and then you finish by doing any multiplication or division. Okay, so let's get right into an example. First example, 84 equals 3 times, hi Mr. Firo, I'm recording right now. What's up? Do you want to take the cart? Awesome. Thank you. So the first step, you need to simplify by distributing. So let's distribute the 3 to the 3n, which is 9n, and distribute the 3 to the 7. And that would be 21. And then you would combine your like terms over here, but you can't put these two together. So we're going to keep it like that. So we did the whole simplifying part. Now we're going to start by adding or subtracting. And I see that there's an adding 21, so we're going to subtract 21 from both sides. So we can cancel those out to 0. Over here, when we combine those, you would get 63 equals 9n. And then use our last step, multiplying or dividing. So we're going to divide by 9 on both sides. So that cancels to just 1n or n. And n equals 7. You can always plug it back into your equation to check it, which I highly recommend, but I don't want to take too much of our video time. So in your U-try section, I'd like you to do negative 88 equals 8, and then in parentheses, v minus 7. So try that one. Our second example here is 6 times negative 5 minus 7m plus m equals 257. So I'm going to start by simplifying, distributing, and combining like terms. So if I'm just looking at this side, just simplify it like any expression that we did in the last unit. So I'm going to start by distributing the 6. So negative 30 minus 42m plus this m, just bring it down, equals 257. Now I'm going to take a look for like terms, and I see these two are like. I have a negative 42 and a plus m, so it's different signs subtract. That means I just have a negative 41m over here. Bring down the negative 30 equals 257. Okay, and now you want to do any addition or subtraction. I see multiplication here, so I don't want to do that. But I can add 30 to a negative 30. And then I get negative 41m equals 287. Last step, I'm going to multiply or divide. I see multiplication, I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to divide negative 41 on both sides. And that turns into pluses, and 1m or just m equals, let's do the math over here. So 41 on the outside, 287. I'm gonna guess that it goes into it about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 times. Let's see, that would be 6, 24, 6 and 24, 287, so that goes into 6 times, 246, and actually it goes into it exactly 7 times, because I have 41 left, so that's one more. Okay, m equals 7. So for your U try, your next number 2 U try, I would like you to do negative 110 equals negative 6 times, in parentheses, 1 minus 3x, finish parenthesis, minus 5x. And for our last example, here it is. A lot of negative signs in this example, so we want to be real careful. Always watch our signs. I'm going to start by distributing this negative 6 to, make sure we can see all the way down there. How's that? Can you see? Sorry. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring all of this down that I'm not messing with yet, and then that would be positive 12. Well, that's nice, turns to a positive. Negative 6 times negative 4 is plus 24. N. I see if there's any like terms. And there are. The coefficient, or not the coefficients, the constants. Negative 3 and 12, all together, that's 9. So this really kind of nasty looking equation with lots of negatives has turned into something that's not too bad. So next I'm going to subtract 9 following my steps. Those cancel. And I get negative, let's see, that would be 192. And 24n, I'm going to divide both sides by 24. And again, over here, we can do the math. I'm guessing 24 goes into that, is it 8 times? Probably 8 exactly. 32, that would be 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep, it goes into it exactly 8 times. A negative and a positive make a negative 8. So n equals negative 8. We need a highlighter to highlight our beautiful answers. All right, so your third and final U try is negative 7 in parentheses n plus 7 outside the parentheses plus 1 equals negative 83. Okay, so I will see you soon. Try those U tries. Have a lovely day.